Hey everyone, what's up? My name is Christina and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a book review and it's going to be on Sincero's You Are a Badass. I got this book from Target and the list price is $16. I got it for 30% off, so you guys can check that out there. And even more books that you guys like might be on sale. They usually do like 20 to 30% off the cover price. But that's not what this video is about. This video is going to be all about my opinions on this book, what I took away from this book, the pros and cons of this book, in my opinion, again, and just like my overall review. To give you guys a brief summary of what this is all about, it's just all about getting over yourself and the problems that you've had in the past and all of your perceptions about yourself and about the world and about success and about money and kind of like getting rid of those excuses that you have for not living the life that you want to live. Most of us kind of like go through life doing what everyone else is doing or doing whatever's easiest or doing whatever is given to us, and we don't ever really think of anything. But when we look back, we think like, oh, I want to do this. Or when we look to the future, we think I want to do this. But what are you actually doing to get yourself to that goal? And this book shows you exactly how to get to that goal. And it's funny because it's so repetitive. That's the one con I can find with this book, is it's so repetitive, but that's just because it's so simple. And I feel like the repetitiveness of the book is probably just like a theme of like, okay, like just visualize your thoughts and just like get over yourself and do it. And it's really hard to read this book at first and like think and like kind of get on her frame of mind, because she's had so much, you know, she's writing this from a place of, you know, already doing all these things that she talks about in this book. She writes about her experiences of like buying a new car, being in a band, and you know, working for all these different people and working hard and realizing it's like a lot of things about herself. And I first started reading this book and I was like, okay, but like, you know, I don't have the same opportunities. And then, you know, later on in the book, she's like, I don't want to hear any excuses. I don't want to hear that you don't have the same opportunities. I don't want to hear your your BS, basically. But really, that's what it comes down to. And that's why I love this book so much, because it really can apply to everyone. And she gives a lot of examples of a lot of successful people that, you know, overcame the hardest of struggles. I can't stress to you guys how much this book has helped me just with myself, with loving myself, because this book talks about loving yourself a lot. It's helped me really silence all the distractions of the world. I mean, I'm still not perfect at it yet. Like, we live in a society where like we're constantly being pitched ideas to, we're constantly being marketed to, we're, you know, it's really hard to get away from all the distractions. But I've really found a way to like tap into my inner self, and that's a lot of what she talks about in this book. So there are 5 parts to the book and 27 chapters spread out through those 5 parts. And they're pretty small chapters. They're like 10 pages each, maybe. So it's pretty cool for people that don't have the biggest attention span like me, or that don't like to read too much. I can read a couple chapters in the morning, a couple chapters at night, and by the time I get bored of that chapter, it's already over. So the parts of the book, the 5 parts are how you got this way, how to embrace your inner badass, how to tap into the mother lode, how to get over your BS already, and how to kick some ass. First aspect is like meditation and visualization. She really encourages us to be quiet, like just get quiet for a little bit and meditate and really focus on what you want. Visualize. You can make a vision board. You could do so many different things, like write phrases and tape them on your wall. That'll just help you stay in the zone, because the second you stop thinking about your goal, it's not happening anymore. The first step is just thinking about it and, you know, living your reality. And then she says to be the type of person that can afford that lifestyle. So that's what you're meditating on. You're meditating on, how can I, you know, achieve this and to have this lifestyle later. You really want to start living like you're in the lifestyle that you want to be in. And that sounds so crazy. She talks about jumping and then the net's gonna fall. And you really don't understand how that logically makes sense unless you've meditated. And it's so strange because I read it and I was like, okay, this is crazy. Like, this is such crazy advice. But when you really like meditate, tap into your inner self, you feel like you could just do anything. That's where the spirituality kind of comes in. I'm not really going to talk about this part too much because it makes me uncomfortable to like tell people my beliefs. So instead of doing that, I'm just going to tell you guys, if you guys have any religion or even not religion, or if you're spiritual in any way, take the bits and pieces of this book that resonate with you. So don't try to make the God part of this book fit if you're not religious or if you're not spiritual. I don't even think she's religious because she doesn't talk about any specific religion. She just talks about like connecting with your inner spirit and with God who created the earth. I mean, that's just her beliefs. I have my beliefs. Everybody else has their own beliefs. So I do not want to talk about religion, guys. I really, really don't. I'm not going to talk about it with you guys. But if you guys want to discuss anything else down in the comments that has helped you with this book, you totally can. I just really don't want to talk about religion. That being said, Jen Sincero does believe that you just have to like believe that there is a God, and you have to tap into that source in order to manifest your dreams. That's what she believes, and that's what I'm going to tell you guys before you pick up this book. That way, if it really, really bothers you, you guys don't have to get this book. Moving on from spirituality, the third aspect that I wanted to share with you guys about was just like getting over it and going for things. So she gives specific examples of when she just went out on a limb and tried something and did something that she loved. It talks about, you know, the times that she didn't do something she loved and the clients that she's had that did or didn't do something that they wanted to do. There's a lot of success stories, and they just all have a common theme of, okay, you know, I have all these excuses of why I shouldn't. I'm really broke right now. What can I do? Like, don't you have to make money or have money to get money? And just all these concepts that are like, really like, they're logical, but like they can be worked around if you have the right mindset and if you're really adamant on manifesting those dreams that you've had. And the most important thing is to love yourself. She says it at the end of every single chapter, is to love yourself enough to take the advice that she gives in this book. You know, she loved herself enough to start a band. She loved herself enough to put coaching classes on a credit card so that she could get to the point that she is today, and now she coaches people. And she loved herself enough to basically leave a lot of things up to chance with her life, and they came out great because she believed that they would, and she knew that, you know, the universe had her back. And that's really, I feel like anybody can relate to that, no matter where you come from, no matter what hardships you've had to face, no matter what opportunities you're missing out on. There's always a way for you to achieve your dreams. And this book was so inspiring for me. You guys really need to check it out if you want to do anything. This is what made me start my YouTube channel, was this book. And I'm really lucky that I had a YouTube channel before that I really loved, and that I know of an outlet that will make me happy, that'll help me live out my dreams. So that's really what I plan on doing, and I thought that this was really good for my second video to show you guys. I hope you guys are all having an awesome day. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.